Hey, welcome back to Slightly Too Technical. Today I have a really short video for you guys, don't worry. It's just something that I stumbled upon today. I was working on a virtual machine and I ran out of memory, I ran out of storage space. And I'm like, oh no, I really don't want to lose my data, I don't want to do anything crazy to it. And I was afraid I might have to, start over again or try going through the annoying process of trying to give it more storage space. However, I found a really nice solution online that's really quick, and it works for Ubuntu 16 and up. That's the caveat though. This works only for virtual machines running in the VirtualBox, and I think it only works for Ubuntu 16 and over. I have the latest version of Ubuntu that I'm running here, and I've tested it with that, so I could tell you that it works. I have not tested it with anything else, so I cannot tell you that it works with those other operating systems. So use that on your own peril if you don't have anything, you have something else other than Ubuntu. So I'm going to show you my virtual machine here. In this virtual machine, you see that I'm running out of disk space. I have 49 megabytes of disk space according to this little message here. But if you don't see a message saying how much disk space you have, there's two ways to do it. One is using the command line, and one is the lazy way, which is to get to the file explorer and to go into the properties. So yeah, it's the same thing, 49 megabytes. I'm running out of memory, and this has some important stuff in there that I don't want to lose, and I need to increase the memory. It's the only way. The only way is to increase the storage space. So how do we do that? Well, first we have to turn off the machine. So yeah, turn that off. Now we could get to work. However, I forgot. Before we do anything, I need you to go to this website called gparted.org. The link is going to be in the description, and I need you to download the bootable image from the stable directory here if you have a Windows computer. I don't know if this will work on Mac, but I'm really sure it works on Windows. I use Windows only, so again, we're cutting down more people. But if you have a Windows computer and you're doing everything that I'm doing now, you should be fine. You just download this image, and then you'll be able to you'll be able to continue with this. So the first thing we're going to do is go to the global tools. I'm sure that you've seen this before, and you got to find your virtual disk image. Mine is called itty bitty living space, and I want to increase it from 10 gigabytes to, let's say, 20. Yeah, that's good. We're going to increase it to 20. I'm going to apply that. So now let's go back. I'm gonna run the virtual machine again just to show you what happens when you just do this. I'm sure some of you out there already know what's gonna happen, but just in case, I'm just gonna show it to you that the virtual machine is not gonna see this new allocated memory that was given to it. So we'll just wait till this loads. All right, so we're gonna look at the files again. Look at home, properties, and somehow we lost more memory. I don't know what's going on here, but I keep losing memory for no reason. I haven't done anything. I know what the issue is. It's because of what I'm working on, but yeah, we're still losing memory, and it has not gained the extra 10 gigabytes of memory that I allocated through the VirtualBox. So what this basically is that the VirtualBox might have given the allocation of memory, but the actual virtual machine does not see it. So there are a few ways to actually fix this. However, I think this is probably the easiest way that I was able to find. So the first thing you gotta do is click on your virtual machine and go to settings. And then once you're in settings, you're gonna get a bunch of these options here, and you wanna go to storage. So this is how mine looks like. Mine has just the VDI, the virtual disk image, and nothing else. If yours looks like mine, then you'll be able to follow these instructions pretty well. If yours has extra stuff on it, then I'm not sure if the solution will work for you, but since this is kind of like the default way of creating a virtual machine rather quickly, yours should look like this. So the first thing you want to do is add a hard disk to it. Yeah, choose new disk. Oh wait, oops, no, not a hard disk. We want to choose the new ID. Yep. So the first thing we want to do is choose a new IDE, and I already downloaded the bootable image, so it's right here. This is the gparted live bootable image, the virtual clone, virtual clone drive, and we're gonna add that to this. We're gonna take this out actually. We just need that. And once that is done, we press OK. Actually, no, before we press OK, let's check this out first. This is the boot order of your system. So what's gonna happen here is the virtual disk image should happen during the hard disk part of the boot order, but the thing we just added, the bootable image, should be in the optical drive. So this is the order we want it. Floppy doesn't really matter. We just want this above the hard disk. Just make sure that this is in this order. So you press OK, and now let's start the machine again. And don't worry about that, that's just me using the scale mode. So you're gonna see something like this now. The gparted, bootable disk image. So it doesn't really matter which one you pick, but I just use the default settings. This section takes a bit of time, and I'm just gonna make this go a little bit faster. So I'll see you in the next section. Perfect. So it's gonna ask you to do some key maps. Immediately it's just gonna ask you to change the keys for your keyboard or whatever. You don't have to do that. Your keyboard's fine. And here then it's gonna ask you for your language. English is 33. You could choose Spanish or whatever you want, but let's stick with English for now. And then it's gonna ask you continue to start X to use gparted automatically. You want to do that. Just press X and enter. It's gonna tell you a very scary warning, but don't worry about that. At least you shouldn't worry about that if everything goes well. So give it a moment. It's gonna, it's gonna take out a window pop up. And in this window, it's gonna show you the memory allocation inside your virtual machine as it is now, and the unallocated memory that you assign to it, but it doesn't see. So in this case, we only have one VDI that actually has memory, and then the unallocated memory, because my virtual machine is really simple. Some of you might have virtual machines that are a bit more complicated than this, so this method might not work very well. However, if yours looks like this, then it's going to be a lot easier for you, and you'll be able to do this. It's actually really simple. All you gotta do is hover over the allocated memory of the VDI, then resize and right click, and then you click resize and move. So you are able to use this interface to move the actual amount of memory you want. You could also use the negatives and positives here, but I just rather just do this and move it into the allocated space. You can take all the space you want. I always like leaving a little bit just in case, but you don't really have to. So you resize, and then you press apply all operations, apply, and then it's gonna allocate the memory for you. So just give it a moment while this finishes. It shouldn't take too long. We are only allocating 10 gigabytes of memory. So we're done with that. And now that you're done, you have to close the virtual machine again and then restart it. You don't have to, just press enter. So you just have to restart it again, and it will take you back to Ubuntu, or take you back to the operating system. So I skipped to the end here just to show you that we're starting Ubuntu, and now we're gonna do the easy peasy way of looking into memory. Go over here, go to properties, and boom, we have more space now. We have 10 gigabytes of space, which is exactly what we allocated, and that is the easiest way I've found to make to extend the storage space of a virtual machine. And hopefully this has helped you out. And so now you have the extra space. You were able to allocate it successfully. Just remember, this works on Ubuntu only in VirtualBox. I think this will work on a Mac too if you're using VirtualBox. But again, this has only been tested on Ubuntu, and please always back up your work. So this was just a quick little video. I thought this was a cool thing because this was an issue back in the past for me, and it's really nice seeing that there is an elegant solution to this problem. This was slightly too technical. Wish you all luck. Thank you very much. And look at my new logo. It's going to be in the back. It's gonna be the back. Watch out. Well, there it is, logo. Oh, just kidding. See ya.